Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and today I want to talk to you about sugarcane farms. What I have behind me is a version of a sugarcane farm that somebody might build if they were in Minecraft 1.7 or below. Now the way these sugarcane farms would work is cane would grow, it would complete a bud switch circuit which would set off the pistons. They would push forward and they'd knock off the sugarcane. But there was always a problem. Every once in a while, sugarcane would get stuck on the dirt instead of falling down to the collection area. So in this example, we can see all the sugarcane has grown. So we're just going to come over here and push the button. It harvests, and look. We've got 4 pieces of sugarcane that would have despawned and been lost. But now, thanks to 1.8 with slime blocks, we can fix all that. What you see before you is not very pretty looking, but it is a new version of a sugarcane farm using slime blocks. This system is going to use a whole lot less pistons, a whole lot less redstone, and it's still going to be just as reliable as the old system. Plus, you're not going to lose any of your sugarcane. Now the reason why this works is, when a slime block pushes forward, anything that it pushes that's considered an entity will get rocketed forward. So the items don't have a chance to get stuck on the dirt. They simply get shot forward, they hit the wall, and drop down to the collection area. Now the problem with slime blocks is, they like to grab blocks around them. Furnaces are one of the solid blocks that cannot be moved by slime blocks. Furnaces are very cheap to make. They only take 8 cobble. And I guarantee you play Minecraft long enough, you're going to have a lot of cobble laying around. So this gives you something to use it on. Plus the texture doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to build one of these cells. I'm going to show you how to build the collection and the timing system. And then I'm going to have this set up as a world download so you can see how I tiled this. Now you can extend this tiling system as big as you want. Okay, to get started, we're going to do a line of 12 dirt. And then from here on the back, we're going to build a trough for our water. Now the reason why we're doing this is because sugarcane will not grow unless water is touching the block that it's growing on. Then we're going to fill this trough in with water. If you're in survival, the way you do this is with 2 buckets. Place water here, and those 2 together are going to create a new water source. And you can just scoop this source out over and over and over again. Fill up this whole area. Now the water can be flowing. As long as the water's touching the block, it'll grow. But I think the sound of the water flowing is annoying, so I just go ahead and fill it up. But you don't have to. Now along the front, we're just going to place our 12 sugarcane. And the reason why we're starting with this step is, when you first plant sugarcane, it takes quite a while to get growing. So if we start with this first, by the time you build everything else, the cane will be growing and ready to harvest. And that's the whole point to this build. Okay, now along the back, we're going to place a line of furnaces up against the sugarcane. And then on top of the furnaces, we're going to put slime blocks. Now if I right click on a furnace to place a block, I actually bring up the interface for the furnace. So the way to put a block on top is to hit shift to squat, and there you go. Now we'll just make this line like this. Now from over here, we're going to count 1, 2, make a temporary little grouping of blocks. And we're going to place our sticky piston, just like that. Okay, now we're going to bring furnaces in a line, starting in line with the dirt, all the way around. This is so that if you decide to build later more cells, the sticky pistons don't try to grab all these other blocks. Now remember, you have to constantly hit shift to place blocks against furnaces. Okay, now I'm going to build the collection system along the front. And we're going to assume that you're going to make it 2 wide. This cell is going to capture the sugarcane and push it that way to the hopper collection. Now if you only build one, this will still work, but it's always good to plan ahead. So we're going to put ice, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come down, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Now we're going to build a little trough around the outside just to capture the water. And then here, temporary block, put a hopper. And just like up above with the furnace, if we right-click the hopper, you bring up the interface. So squat, place chest, and then get rid of that temporary block. Just like that. Now we add water, and the water will make its way down to the hopper. We're using ice because as items fall onto the ice, they move very quickly. If you don't have ice, you can use regular blocks, and that's okay. It'll just take a little longer to get there. Now along the front, we're just going to make ourselves a little glass area, and this is going to make sure that no sugar cane goes flying out when it gets hit by the piston. You don't have to use glass. You can use any block you want, but make sure that it's a solid block, that it goes all the way down. If you put something like a fence post here, the sugar cane will hit the fence post and get stuck on this block. So you want to make sure that it's solid. It doesn't have to be transparent, but I like to see what's growing in there. And now all we have to do is build the clock on the back side. So we're going to place down a block here, delete that, a torch, and another torch. So this torch powers the block, and it turns that off. It would normally send power here, pushing the slime blocks. We're going to bring that down one more stack, just like that. Then we're going to connect our clock here. So to make an etho clock, we're just going to come out like this, place a temporary hopper, squat, hopper, destroy that one, and another hopper. And now they feed into themselves. Comparator, comparator, and another block. Then over here, block. Block for redstone dust right there and there. And then a redstone block. And now all that's left is to just add items into the system. I'm going to put a half stack of stone. That seems to work fairly well. Now once you've built quite a few of these cells, the way to wire them all up together is to come around the back, and on this block we'll just add a torch here, a torch on top, a block, another torch, block, 2 torches off the side. And you can just keep repeating this all the way up to the sky. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you learned something new, click that like button. And if you want to see more tutorials as they're released, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter. And check the description box below for links to Etho's clock design and a world download for this video. Thanks for watching and keep on building.